Hello. Hello guys. Good afternoon. How are you today? Yes, I have new hair today. Hi. Hello. How was your holiday and how was the midterm test? I haven't seen you guys for like half a month. Yeah, I got my hair done yesterday. So it looked a little crazy, but because it was done yesterday, it's gonna be less crazy next time that we meet. Okay. Um. So let me say hello, Jay. How was your holiday? Let's start with the holiday first. What did you do during the holiday?
Nothing special, but like my family's got a little bit of troubles, so we cannot travel in the holiday. So I just stayed at home and like I just did some homework. Like I haven't went to school before the holiday, but I
Mm.
just did some work. I prepare for the New Year's. Like I have studied the program before that, so I just
Wow. So it was really it was
and
productive. So yeah. Mm.
and
Not
also
bad, not bad.
I practice my guitar skill. So I have lots of free time, so I just like how spend 2 or 3 hours a day to play guitar,
Okay. That
and
is
that's
really cool.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for sharing. What about the midterm test? Gia, how was the midterm test at Yola?
Like my result is not what I'm expected, so I think that I need to try hard more. I need to
So
spend
what?
more time in study.
Okay, so which skill that is below your expectation?
Speaking
Speaking. Wow. Okay.
and reading as well.
Oh, all right. Okay. And but it's above the level of the class, or this class is like 6.5. Is it below that, or is it just below your expectation?
Below our class and my expectation too.
Oh, okay. Okay. Get it. Get it. All
Because
right. Thank you.
I was so like I didn't pay attention at the time, and when I did speaking, I only finished two part of speaking. The last part I haven't had time to do
That's
it.
why.
I
That
forgot the
is
time.
why. Yeah. Yeah. Time is a thing, right? Okay. Thank you, Jay. Actually, you're not the only one who have problem with the midterm test, because I mean, like many of you are new to YOLO system, and so when we got onto the test, we really didn't pay attention to the time, but the time is there, and so we kind of miss many parts. Okay, so it wasn't. I mean, when you couldn't finish the whole test, the score doesn't really reflect your own ability. It not a true performance, so it's kind of hard to tell. So when you do the final test, pay more attention to the time and try to finish the whole test. Yeah, the final test. Okay, what about let me talk to another person in class, somebody that I see here. Hello, Ying. Hello, Thanh Ying. Hi.
Hi. As
Hi.
for my
Yeah.
holiday, I have nothing to say about it. I practically drown in homework.
Oh my
My
god.
list, my to-do list, being 2 page long. And, that's it for my
Wow.
holiday. And
So
about the
did you
test.
get? Uh huh.
And
Did
about the
you get?
test. y-
Okay, keep going. Keep going. Never mind. Keep
Okay.
going.
And about the test. Um. Honestly, it fell short on my expectation, but
Mm.
I think but I think it was surprising that I can make this far because it in the span of 6.5 and 7.5.
Wow.
Well,
Okay. So
I
you
did
expected
good.
something more. Uh-huh.
I did good on reading and listening, and and speaking is utterly miserable.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Oh wow. Was it because of the time too?
Yeah, as well. Is it because of the time too? I spend too much time on writing.
Right. Okay. So yeah. So speaking is the last. I mean, the last test that they tested you guys.
Yes.
Is it the last one? Okay. So that's why it suffered the most because of the time.
Yes.
Hmm. Okay, thank you, thank you. That information is important because I look at your scores and I kind of worry about speaking because look like many of you got, I mean, like lower score than the class expectation. But then now that I know it is because of the time and not really about of your skills, then that kind of a relief for me. Okay, it means that you guys are doing all right. It's just that you are you need some more work on your time management. Okay, all right. So now, guys, today we're gonna be working with writing and it is the most I think it's kind of interesting, the most interesting part in writing task one, maps. Okay, the reason that I say it is interesting because it's not very common, it's not very common to see in IELTS task one, but it does appear. And so um, many candidates find it hard because they are not very well prepared. It's not because it's hard to write. They are not well prepared of what to come. They don't know how to deal with maps. And so we want to solve that problem. We want to improve our map describing. Okay. All right. So we're going to start out with a little vocab quiz. Um, Let me share with you this link first.
Oh.
Okay. So now, well, there are not many words on this link. It's just that it has pairs of synonyms, of paraphrases, and some of the words are particularly helpful for you to write an overview in maps. Map has a very different kind of overview, and so I find this list of vocabulary really useful. Okay, so let's try a little quiz so that you are more familiar with the words. Feel free to look back at the list if you find it hard. I mean, if you can't find the meaning, go back to this list. Okay, there you go, guys. Go on and click onto that quiz link. Let me share the vocab link again for people who just came in. For latecomers, here is the vocab link. Everybody, please click onto the quiz link, okay, the slash live. There should be more people. Go on, click onto the quiz link, guys. The one that slash live, LIVA. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There should be 13 people, double the size of this. Hello. Good, good, good. People are coming in. We're gonna start in 5 seconds. guys a bit hard. For me, what's the winner? Well done. Okay, now there is something that I would like to talk to you about from this vocabulary set. Scroll down to the end. I told you in the beginning that there are some words that are really useful for you to write an overview of maps, right? Let me tell you what they are. So down here, um, here, the four words here: urbanization, modernization, industrialization, pedestrianization. Okay, anyway, the four words here are the kind of words that gonna show the overall trend of the map. So with maps, they are usually about one map in the past and one past in the present, or in the future, or in another point of time. So they're gonna ask you to compare the differences and the similarities between the two maps, right? And you will need to also talk about what is the overall trend. And so we're gonna use the word like, well, the area become more modernized. Um, Urbanization can be observed from the changes in this area. Okay, so that is the kind of overview that we're gonna have for maps. Okay, right. So let's go right into the lesson. This is the model prompt. This is, the prompt that we're gonna be working together on this. We're gonna analyze the model writing. We're gonna learn the language, but we're not gonna write anything for this map. Yeah, there's gonna be another map for us to write. Now, first, we want to spend some time to study and analyze the two maps here. I have some questions for you on PDEC. Now, let me share with you the PDEC link. And please help me to answer the question on PDEX about the two maps. Okay, so go on and click onto the link in the chat, guys. Good, good, good. Okay. What? Oops. Oops. Wait, hang on. I think I have a problem with that link. So I might have to give you another link, guys. Sorry. It's a different one. Give me 1 second. It is ready. Yes, it is. Okay, yes, it is a new link. Sorry, I had some problem with that old link. Okay. Right. So on your PDEC now, there are 6 questions. The sixth question gonna be a guide for you to be able to, analyze some of the features on this maps. Okay, so please help me to answer them very briefly. You only need to use some keywords, some key phrases. You don't have to use complete sentences. Okay. Mọi người sẽ trả lời 6 cái câu hỏi trên PDEC ha. Nhìn vào cái hai cái bản đồ mà mình đang show cho mọi người trên Google Meet nè, và trả lời 6 câu hỏi trên PDEC. Các bạn chỉ cần trả lời hết sức đơn giản, ngắn gọn, không cần dùng câu hoàn chỉnh. Okay. Tại vì mình chỉ muốn mọi người kiểu hiểu sâu hơn về cái bản đồ này. Okay. All right, guys. I see that many of you have the answers already, so let's have a look. Question number one. Might I ask one of you to help me out? Let's say, uh, Bảo Ngô. Hello, Bảo. What is your answer for number one?
Is more parking lots, accommodations, the buildings, and fewer trees in 2005 compared to 1980.
Right, fewer trees. Yes, I do notice that as well. Is there any other significant changes in your opinion?
There are more parking lots.
Parking lot. Oh, one more.
And
Just one more. Okay. Anything else?
more modern buildings like skyscrapers.
Definitely, definitely. So, what word can you use to talk about that when there are more modern buildings?
Like accommodations.
Uh-huh. Hello. Remember the kind of words that I talked about in the quiz earlier?
Reconstruct.
What word do you think you can use to talk about the fact that there are more modern buildings? It also
Or
uh
urbanization.
yeah, you can say that. It become
Yeah,
more urbanization or it become more modernization.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, good, good, good. Thank you. Now, all right. So I see that many of you list the changes, but actually this kind of question is for you to have more like an overall look at the two maps, so it's not necessary for you to list out every single details. You don't have to list out all of the changes here. We only focus on to the most significant change, okay, and that is you can either say it become less green because there are a lot less trees, right, or you can say that it's become more modern or more urban. Yeah. Okay, next, number two. Number two and number three are kind of clear already, but I still would like to know your point. Belong, can you help me to answer two and three?
For number two, the town is less residential in 2005.
Less
So,
residential. Why do you think it is less residential?
well, because there are less houses, so I guess people lives like fewer in the town.
Okay, but the houses were replaced by what?
Skyscraper.
Okay, and what are the functions of skyscraper?
Hmm. I mean, it could be made to like an apartments. So, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, it can also be turned to like companies building.
um, yeah, but it can also be places for people to live, right? So it's hard to say if this place become more I think it has less houses. Yes, that's true, but whether it is less residential or not, it is kind of controversial here because the skyscrapers are usually the places where people can live. So companies are often, in the first few floors, but then the upper floors are often for people to live, right?
Yeah.
Like what? Landmark, IT Wonder, people live up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. Okay. Okay. So actually, the answer for this is the answer by the book. Okay. The answer by the book is that it is more residential. Because it has it tend to have more places to live with that skyscraper. But I know that sound a little controversial here because we can't 100% sure on that, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so what about number three, Belong?
Number three, yeah, this is pretty obvious. There are
Mhm.
fewer trees.
Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yes.
And for question 1, 2, and 3, where do you think you're gonna put the answer, like in the report? Which part of the report these 3 questions gonna go to?
On the first part, I forgot to say that part.
You forgot the what? The
Um, the introduction.
the introduction, really? They go in the
I'm
introduction?
I'm not quite sure with this.
Think again the structure of your report. How many paragraphs are there?
Hmm, 2 or 3,
Oh yes, two,
or 3.
two, three. I think the minimum is three. So
Okay.
what happened in the first paragraph?
I think it's an overall look.
Uh-huh. Okay. And the introduction as well, right? So
Yeah.
the 3 questions that we have just done, they're gonna go into our overview. Yeah. Not really the introduction because the introduction is just a paraphrase of the prompt. You don't have to give any detail or overview there. Okay. All right.
Okay.
Thank you, Bilal. So yeah, guys, the first 3 questions are for you to answer the overview. Let's move on to the next. uh 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. 4 is kind of clear, so I'm gonna skip 4. Right, we all know that the answer to 4 is that is the changes were really dramatic because there are so many changes, right? But the word negligible is nice, so I would love you to I would love that you remember to use the word negligible for some changes that are small, insignificant, right? Not very noticeable. You can say that it is negligible. Yeah, okay. 5 and 6. I need someone to help me with number 5. Um, London. Hello, London. What is your answer to number 5? Hello, London. Are you here? Or are you not here? Okay. Mia? Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God. I look at your score. It is amazing. Why are you here? Just kidding. Um, so is it what you expected to get, Mia?
I had no idea. Actually, I'm thinking it's kind of somehow unreal.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Um, but wait. Have you ever taken the real IELTS test before?
Never.
Oh, okay. So what about the first the placement test that got you into this course? You know, you did an initial test with Yola.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
how was it?
The placement test wasn't as
Uh-huh.
long as the actual IELTS, but I think I got 7.5.
And why are you here?
I mean, I just used my instincts and not like the actual structure of the IELTS test. So I wanted to,
Oh.
get the structures and everything right.
Okay, when do you want to do the real test?
Maybe at the end of 2022.
2022, this year. It is the end. Oh yeah, this is the end now. So when exactly? Uh, November, December?
Maybe December.
December is best. Yes. You know why? Because that is the end of the quarter. So when you go online, you're gonna have a lot of questions. You're gonna have a lot of topics for this ending quarter, and the topics are very accurate. You can actually prepare for that. So yeah,
Wow. Do you
yes.
have do you have the website where I can
It's public, so all you need to do is to go online, go onto Google and type recent question. I mean, recent IL speaking question for October 2022. They're gonna pop up. A lot of websites does it. Do it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Mm.
thank you.
But because you have to wait until October finish because you in the ending quarter of the year, so it is
Um,
still early.
okay,
Okay.
thank you so much.
You're
Honestly,
welcome. Okay,
I
okay. Just,
really.
yeah, help me with number four.
All right.
Number five. Sorry, five.
Right.
Exam.
Uh, so railway south of the river.
Mhm.
Yeah, these houses and trees were completely demolished and replaced by the skyscrapers.
Yes. Okay, so all the houses here are gone, and they were replaced by skyscraper. Perfect. Thank you, Mia. Next, the north. Oh, and by the way, I noticed that some of you mistaken the north and the south. Make sure that when you write maps, you need to look at the compass, the direction that they put on the maps, right? So this is pointing at north. That means here is south. Don't, yeah, mess up with the directions. So we're done with the south. Let's move to the north. What are the most noticeable changes happened in the north? May I ask? Ngọc Phạm, hello. Alo, Ngọc Phạm ơi, Ngọc ơi. And London is back, hả? Okay, London, can you help me with the last one?
Well, I guess it is the marine, the marina,
The what? The Marina, yeah, okay. So we have this. What else?
and the block of house is changed to railway.
Oh, yes, that's true. So the railway is what is the word? What is the verb that you can use to talk about this? What happened to the railway?
Uh,
So
been
from here it was only this part, right? But now it has this part too. So what is the verb that you guys can use?
to
Okay, I will ask for help. Don't worry. But yes, that is nice. The houses are replaced by the railways. Anything else that replaced the houses? London,
well the stadium too,
the stadium, yes, and
and what is it called? A parking lot or the
parking
park?
lot. Yes,
Yeah.
parking lot. Okay, good. Thank you, London. Now, guys, class, give me a verb that you guys can use to talk about the change of the railway. It was this part, and now it is this. Extended. Perfect. Thank you. Any more? Any other word that we can use? So the railway was extended definitely. Any other verbs? Cái gì? No, erect. No. Erect là is similar to constructed, built. So it's from one place. It's yeah, on to one place, and then it's. But I don't like that word to be honest. Okay. Um, any other words, guys? Còn từ nào đó mọi người? Lengthening, yes. Lengthen thôi, không cần ning ở đây tại vì mình đang sử dụng mà passive voice ha. So it was lengthen. Okay, so good. Now, how would you structure the two body pairs? That is the most important question to ask. How should we structure our two body pairs? I mean, what do you talk about in body pair 1 and what do you talk about in body pair 2 for maps? Give me some suggestions in the chat, guys. How do you group your information? I'm gonna give you a minute, yeah, to think. How would you group the information? Oh, okay. G already have the answer. Nice. Any other ideas, guys, or you agree with Tree? Do you have different idea to share? I feel like people are having long holiday. Today, there only a few of you showed up. Such a long holiday. Trời ơi, mới mẻ quá. Hết sức mới mẻ luôn. Okay. Any more ideas or that's it? But yeah. The ideas that Belong and Dre share in the chat are actually perfect for this particular maps. Okay, these particular maps, the way that you divide the maps into two parts, north and south, are perfect because we have a border. We have the river Atlanta. It is the borderline, right? So it's kind of easy for us to group the information that way, the north and the south. Sometimes you do have to divide the maps differently, like vertically, the west and the east. Sometimes, okay, depending on the maps. To sum up, when it comes to maps, think of a way that you can divide your maps into half. It may be north and south. It can also be west and east or left and right. And sometimes it can be outdoor and indoor. Okay, that is how we group information for maps. Okay, let's move on. No, done that. All right, I move. Okay, I have a couple of vocabulary that is kind of nice for this model answer. So, guys, this is the model answer for the maps that I showed you earlier, the model prompt. We're gonna analyze this answer, but first, please help me to fill in the gaps with the words in the box on your pay deck. Let me show you the maps again on my screen. Move. of you are done, but some are still deciding the last one or two answers. So let's finalize, guys. Let's finalize and then we're gonna check. Okay. So let's ask somebody to help me out here. Question 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go the whole row like that. Um, Nguyên ơi, what is your answer for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? Nguyên ơi, Nguyên à. Are you here? No. Minh Khang. Minh Khang, hello. Ủa hello. Biết nhiêu trả lời nhiêu mọi người. Khó quá có người khác giúp đỡ, đừng lo. Chưa nghe thấy gì. Ok. Thư Nguyễn. Thư Nguyễn là im lặng lắm nha.
Hi.
Oh, hello. Can you answer number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for me? Or you can just tell me whatever you have.
Number 2 is residential.
Residential, that is perfect, yes.
Number 3, experience.
Experience, yes.
Number 4 is noticeable.
Excellent.
And number 5 is houses.
Houses, yes.
Number 6 is factories.
Factories, beautiful. Okay, thank you. Thank you. So, factories, we're here. All right, the rest. 7, 8, 9, 10. May I ask Tiên Lê? Hello, Tiên.
Hello, teacher.
Hello. Ủa, thấy Tiên bật mic mà không nghe thấy Tiên. Hello, Tiên Tiên. Tiên Tiên. Không ổn rồi, cái mic của Tiên không ổn rồi. Không nghe thấy gì hết em ơi. Okay, thank you. Facilities. Yep. A construction, yep. Now what? Corner, yes. And the last one is comparison. Beautiful. Okay, done. Thank you, Ting. So now, guys, here are a few things that we can learn from this model writing. The first thing is sentence structures. So we want to have more complex sentences, right? Actually, all of your sentences are complex sentences. That's gonna be great for your grammar criteria. For grammar, if you have a mixture of simple and complex sentences, you're gonna get band 6. Okay? If you use both simple and complex, that is band 6. But if you use all complex sentences and different kinds of complex sentences, you're gonna get band 7. And it's okay if you make a couple of mistakes with your complex sentences, you can still get band 7. But the thing is, no simple sentences. Okay, so that is why I really highly recommend you guys to double check your sentence, make sure that there is no simple sentences. Yeah, all right. If you see simple sentences, all you need to do is to add more details in or to combine the sentences to make it become a complex one, right? So, for example, here, the first body sentence, you see the length of it. It is kind of long, right? And it is a guarantee that you have a complex sentence with the town was, the town experience, right? The same subject. But the next subject is interesting. The next subject is the most noticeable. That is an interesting subject, right? Not many people use this kind of subject. For you guys, you don't use it. So my suggestion is borrow this idea, borrow this subject. You can say the most significant changes, the most noticeable changes, or the most noticeable is. That is also correct. Okay. Anything else that I find nice? Ah, here. Here is where you make the most mistakes with your grammar. After with, make sure that you don't use class. There's no class after which. You got to use phrase. Okay, phrase. And phrase means changing your verb into verb ing. Okay, when you use the word with, after with it can be a long writing, but it's not a clause. It is a phrase. With go with a phrase, so change your verb. Change your verb into verbing. Or yeah, being knocked down or being replaced. Okay. Anything else is good? Vocab. Vocab is another point. I'm gonna share with you a table with a lot of nice vocab like this for you to use. But now this one, we can see the word in action, so that's nice. Sprang up is similar with erect that belong said earlier, or constructed or built. You know the spring, cái lò xo spring là lò xo, right? Spring, sprang, sprung, búng lên như là lò xo ấy. So like when you press the spring, right, it's gonna go down there, but when you release your hand, it's gonna like jumped up. So that is spring up or sprang up. All right, cool. So just some very few basic points that we can see from this model writing. Guys, you are at the level that kind of high already. I mean, after this course with Yola, some of you might stay, but some of you might go, right? And for you that go and study by yourself, really, it's not necessary for you to go and study with anyone else. It's not necessary. You are at the level where you can totally do your self-learning. And with self-learning, it is important that you learn from model answer. So copy the way that I notice the things to you guys. Okay, copy it. Memorize the things that I show you guys in class, and you can totally do it yourself at home. Okay, you don't need another teachers. Yeah. Sau này khi mà mọi người tự học á, thật ra với cái trình độ này thì mọi người tự học được rồi, mọi người không có cần phải theo ai cả nữa hết á. Các bạn chỉ cần theo YouTuber hay là TikToker hay là website, rồi là các bạn đã hoàn toàn có thể lấy được ban 7, ban 8, ban 9 rồi nha. Thì một trong những cái chuyện quan trọng nhất của tự học viết đó là mọi người phải đọc bài văn mẫu và phải biết cách phân tích bài văn mẫu, tìm ra những cái điểm hay của bài văn mẫu để mà học và bắt chước, mượn ý tưởng, mượn cái techniques của người ta. Okay, alright, so let's move on, guys. We know the structure already, right? We're gonna break the maps into two halves. That is done. I'm gonna skip this. We also talk about the overview already. It is basically using the kind of words like urbanization, modernization, less green, greener, what else? Yeah, that kind of words. So, active and passive voices are kind of important with maps. When you write about maps, there are two structures. What if I copy all the writing example? À, you mean what? How can you memorize them? Ủa rồi vô thi sao mà nhớ nổi chứ? Ý là vô chép bài văn mẫu ra hả? Trời nhớ được mấy tài. Oh really? Thiệt luôn. Ủa nhưng mà cái đề nó khác rồi sao copy? Ra một cái map khác rồi copy kiểu giấy. Trời ơi, dễ. Thật ra vẫn có trường hợp copy. Tuy nhiên là mình nghĩ là chắc ta không nhận ra đâu. Người ta không nhận ra đâu mọi người, thiệt. Thiệt, nếu mà các bạn copy thì người ta không nhận ra đâu, tại vì giám khảo không có nhiều thời gian để chấm. Tuy nhiên là máy chấm thì khác nha. Máy chấm là khác à. Máy hiện bây giờ không ai biết là IELTS có sử dụng cái phần mềm kiểm tra plagiarism hay không. Plagiarism là đạo văn ha, mọi người biết cái đó đúng không? Các trường đại học ở Việt Nam và ở nước ngoài thì họ đã có cái phần mềm để mà check coi bạn có đạo văn hay không rồi. Còn IELTS thì cái việc mà máy chấm á, thì họ hoàn toàn có thể kết hợp checking plagiarism luôn, nhưng mà cái này chưa ai biết hết, chưa ai biết là họ có sử dụng cái đó hay không. Nhưng mà cái phần mềm mà check plagiarism nó rất là hiện đại, nó rất là dễ sử dụng. Các giáo viên chỉ cần bỏ cái bài đó vô là máy nó tự nó rà coi là bạn đang copy từ sụt nào, bài của bạn copy bao nhiêu phần trăm, và nếu cái tỷ lệ copy là trên 10% thì phải, trên 10% hay 25% gì đó mình quên rồi, là sẽ bị tính là plagiarism. Cái tỷ lệ phần trăm rất là ít nha, chứ không phải là bạn copy 50% mới là copy, hoặc là copy 70% mới là copy. Chỉ cần 10 đến 25% là đã bị tính là copy rồi, zero. Mình đang nói về cái ví dụ ở những trường đại học ở Việt Nam ha, RMIT, Fulbright, local university, đại học kinh tế, đại học bách khoa v.v. Okay, yeah, I guess you know if you are college students. If they have this, họ có thể có chung ý tưởng với bạn nhưng mà họ sẽ không thể nào viết y chang bạn được, đúng không? Ví dụ như là cái cách bạn sắp xếp các câu vào chữ làm sao mà hoàn toàn giống một cái người khác được, trừ khi đó là những cái cụm từ mà nó không thể khác đi được, ví dụ như plastic surgery, it can't be different. The system they understand that. Okay, but for example, you say that many people undertaking plastic surgery for boosting their self-esteem chẳng hạn, thì chỉ có bạn mới nghĩ ra như vậy thôi, chứ còn người khác nhiều khi người ta viết kiểu khác. Okay. So yeah, anyway, the system is really smart. Yên tâm đi, cái phần mềm đó nó đã vận hành trên thế giới được khoảng gần 20 năm rồi, nó rất là thông minh rồi. Cho nên là mình không có qua mắt được nó đâu. Ok, từ hồi mình còn học, mình là sinh viên thì mình đã có sử dụng nó rồi. Ok, quay trở lại mục đích chính, bài chính. You don't have to be nervous. You only need to be authentic. You only need to be yourself. Then you don't have to be nervous. And you're active and passive. So there are two ways, very, very simple ways that we can vary our sentences, right? The first sentence we write it in active voice. The next sentence we're gonna write it in passive voice, and that is already showing that you can use different structure. So I am showing you a very basic one. Okay. Now, even though it is basic, it's still important that we practice it. So now I'm gonna challenge you guys a little bit with a typing race. Typing race means that you will need to type fast but correctly. All right. I'm gonna show you a sentence, and you will need to change the voice of the sentence by retyping the whole sentence. Yeah. So if I give you a passive voice sentence, you change it back to active. and vice versa. You will need to type it into the chat, and you will need to make sure that you type correctly, even with punctuation and capitalization. You have to capitalize the first letter. You have to use the full stop. You have to use the comma if there is a comma. All right. Okay. The first sentence. Let me change the slide. Okay, guys. Now please help me to change this sentence into active voice. Type it into the chat, guys, and let's see. Let's see who's gonna be the first one. Where's my full stop, Thư ơi? My period, and also the tense. Might I have more answer from the class? Oh, okay, all right. Tense is still not correct. Part of speech is not correct. Trí hả? Trí, still many mistakes. Was developed là sao? Tại sao phải passive voice was developed? Yes, Thư Nguyễn is good. The town center experienced dramatic developments. That is one way. Ủa nhưng mà vẫn thiếu dấu chấm câu. Vẫn thiếu dấu chấm câu. Uổng quá. Chưa ai đúng luôn. Belong viết hoa đâu. Where is the capitalization letter? Thì máy là phải chuẩn đến từng dấu chấm, dấu phẩy vậy phải đó mọi người. Ok. The town center experienced dramatic developments. Perfect. So yes, you're gonna get the point. You deserve it. Right, the next sentence. Oh, by the way, is there any other way that we can say it? Câu hỏi phụ nha mọi người, không có điểm. Còn cách nào khác không ạ? Còn cách nào khác để mình truyền tải cái thông điệp này? Active voice không ạ? The town center, cái gì mọi người ơi? Yes, very good Thư. The town center developed dramatically. Beautiful. Okay, đừng quên dấu chấm nha. Next. Okay, let's move on to the next sentence. Thus, there was a complete transformation of the neighborhood. Ở những nhân vật im lặng của ngày hôm nay, như là ok xuất hiện rồi. Neighborhood, the neighborhood transformed completely beautiful. Yes, excellent. I got to go belong this point. Well done. Okay, yes, the neighborhood transformed completely. Trời ơi, Long Đinh nó chấm một cái mà xuống hàng luôn. Alright, next. There was a total reconstruction of the residential area. The residential area reconstructed. reconstructed totally. Nguyên, I have to give Nguyên this point. Yes. Mình phải cho Nguyên cái điểm này ha mọi người. Là tại vì cái residential area này nó sẽ không thể tự nó xây dựng lại được. Nó sẽ phải passive voice ở đây. Cho nên là the residential area was totally reconstructed, là bắt buộc phải là như vậy. Ok, chính xác. Còn ví dụ như là develop, một đất nước nó develop, ok, nó không có cần phải bị động. Transform cũng không cần phải bị động luôn. Yeah. Bạn muốn bị động cũng được nhưng mà nó không nhất thiết. Okay. Nhưng mà với mà reconstruction thì nó không thể tự xây được. So it has to be well constructed. So yeah, Nguyên gonna get the point. Hoặc là cái câu của Thư hả? A total reconstruction took place in the... Yes, that is also good hả Thư? Câu của Thư cũng ok luôn. So I'm gonna give Thư and Nguyên the point. Because Nguyên sentence is good. Ủa, vậy là Thư 2 điểm rồi. Nice. Next. Total redevelopment of the old factories. What about this? Redevelop. Very good Trí, nhưng mà chấm câu đâu. Thiếu chấm câu. Nguyên có chấm câu. Có viết hòa. Đúng. Okay. So Nguyên gonna get the point. Sorry Đức Trí. Okay. Alright. Next. There was a rebuilding of the whole houses. The old houses. Rebuilding. Với lại cái was redeveloped được. Was developed, redeveloped. The old factory redeveloped. Yeah, I feel like was is good. The old houses were rebuilt. Ủa nó không có cho tính từ gì hả? Chán vậy. Trí ơi, quá khứ của build là builded hả? Quá trời chưa. The old houses. Thư thiếu S. Thanh Yên perfect. Yên 1 point. Last one. Tính từ. There was a complete modernization of the entertainment district. Tội nghiệp Trí quá. Rất nhiều sự cố gắng ở đây. Tuy nhiên là đó, lỗi đến mấy again. So Ian gonna get the point too. The entertainment district was completely modernized. Perfect. Ian get 2 points. Give up hả? Nó câu cuối rồi còn nữa đâu mà không give up. Alright. Yes. The entertainment district was completely modernized. Okay, good, good, good. Ủa, Bình ơi, chính tả. Modernized, viết sai rồi, chính tả rồi. Thư Nguyễn, câu của Thư. Ok luôn. Alright. Rồi, the winner of this game, of this race, I have 3 winners. Thư, Nguyên, and Yên. Well done with 2 points. It's okay. It's all right. It's just for fun. It's just a little practice for you guys. Later on, when you write your body pair reps, this is a very basic way that you can use to vary your sentence structure. So make sure that you remember to vary your sentence structure. If you know any other way, go ahead with that. Okay. Actually, with maps, there are 4 or even 5 different ways that you can structure your complex sentences, all by changing the subject. Thật ra với viết map các bạn có tới khoảng 4-5 cách để các bạn có thể thay đổi cái cấu trúc câu của mình. Chỉ đơn giản là mình thay đổi cái chủ ngữ là cái cấu trúc câu nó đã rất là khác rồi. Cái loại chủ ngữ nha, chứ không phải đổi từ olfactory qua residential area gọi là một cái cấu trúc câu khác. Không, ý của mình ở đây là ví dụ như cái chủ ngữ, một cái là there và một cái là the old houses, tức là nó rất là khác nhau, right? Another subject that you can use is the direction itself. Northeast of the town witnessed a dramatic development, for example. Okay, tức là mình sẽ dùng cái hướng như là một cái chủ ngữ, và cái cấu trúc câu đó rất là hiếm gặp nha, rất là ít bạn xài, thì các bạn nên ưu tiên sử dụng những cái mà ít người sử dụng nha, nó sẽ cho mình một cái lợi thế. Alright, okay, so that is it for now. We're gonna take a break for 10 minutes, and when you guys are back, there is one extra practice, and then we're gonna write. Okay, see you in 10 minutes, guys. 4:48. English is easier than Vietnamese, to be honest. Okay, Vietnamese is one of the most difficult language. Hello, hello. Okay. Make sure that you check the attendance, guys. Some of you are here, but I don't see your name checked. Giang. Có Giang này hả? Ai? Ai đó để check cho Giang. Đâu thấy Giang đâu. What is happening? Giang ơi, are you here Giang ơi? Làm gì có. Ai đó. All right. Now, so let's move on. Let's move on, guys. Khang ha, Khang check mà không thấy Khang nói chuyện với Khang. So, all right, we're gonna move on and we're gonna complete this exercise, guys. This is some of the sentences that discuss the changes happened in the maps that we discussed before the break. So we talked about how we should use the verbs in passive voice and sometimes active voice. Now is the time for you to apply that. Look at the sentence and decide whether you should use it in passive or active. Okay? You can complete this exercise on Paydeck, guys. Lên Paydeck không mọi người? So it is for you to decide passive or active. Viết cái từ xuống được rồi mọi người ơi, không cần xuyên quá đâu. Your hard work is appreciated, but you don't have to. Okay, many of you are done. So let's talk about this. Um, may I ask, Hammy ơi, can you help me with number the first three sentences? Oh, okay, sure, yes. Was knocked down. Very good. Yes, good. Active. Oh no, passive. Okay. B was cut down. Good too. So passive. Number three. C was redeveloped. Yes. Okay. So redeveloped is different. It means you change it. Uh, it is changed. Okay, by replacing with some other things, and so it requires human to be the one who do it. Okay. So passive. Good. Okay. DEF. May I ask Tuấn Vinh ơi, help me with DEF, please.
The D I think is active.
The factory converted into an art gallery, huh? Can it convert itself?
No,
Oh, so what is
but
the
it's passive.
oh, can you read the passive form for me, please? The factory gì rồi làm sao? Passive làm sao?
The factory was converted into an art
Ừ.
gallery.
Okay, good. Rồi, y luôn Vinh ơi.
The city center có undergo ED không được, không sao có undergo ED được.
Từ cô y đi nghe chị.
Um,
Go quá khứ là gì?
what underwent?
Passive or active?
I think is active.
Very good. So go, you can't be like argon, có argon ha, nhưng mà cái undergo là tự cái vật cái subject này nó trải qua, nó đồng nghĩa với lại experience hay là witnessed. Nó khá là tương đồng về cái ý nghĩa đó. Okay. Cho nên là active thì ok hơn. F tiếp luôn là yeah.
I think it's passive.
Passive, yeah. Can you read it for me, please?
The row of old terrace house in the city was pulled down and replaced by a block of flats.
Very good. So was pulled down and replaced. GHI V Phương Vi. Phương Vi, right? Yes.
Yes. G I think it is passive, was constructed.
Excellent. Yes.
H is active, took place.
Nice.
And I was passive, was transformed.
Yeah. Fine. That is also nice. Because we have this by new development, so it is a giveaway to you guys already, right? Okay, good. So now guys, one more practice before we go to our writing. Expressions. What do I mean by expression? So we talk about the use of location, right? When it comes to maps, you have to clearly state where the subject that you are explaining is, where exactly the location of the place. You have to add that in your sentence. So here are some of the expressions that we have. This is about the model prompt that I showed you guys earlier. I will now put the maps back on again on my screen, and you guys gonna um, match with the phrases yourself. Okay, on PDEC, what tool do I give you guys? Is it a little box? Now let me change the tool, guys. You don't have to write it again. Maybe just use highlighting tool or something to save your time. Okay, new tool. Just highlight. You don't need to type or anything. Okay. Let me show you the maps again so you can tell where the places are. Okay. So look back onto my Google Meet and figure out where the places are, and then match it with the correct preposition or the adverb. I mean the adverbial phrase. Okay. If you don't want to type, you can just highlight. You can use different colors to highlight. You can also just write a number like I did. Okay, hang on. Let me find it. Yep. Okay, now I got really nice answer already, so I will just quickly show you guys what the answer is. Okay, this friend has done really well. Thank you. Now, the skyscrapers beside the railway line. That is clear, right? The stadium northeast of the lake. Lake southwest of the stadium. The hospital south of the golf course. The railway station it is where north of the skyscrapers, and the airport is where southwest of the town, south of the river. Now, that is one way that you can talk about direction. Can you tell me some other ways, some other phrases that you use when you want to talk about location, guys? Can you share with me in the chat, please? Bình thường mọi người còn dùng những cái cụm từ nào nữa để mà miêu tả vị trí? Places. What are the phrases that you use, guys, to talk about location? Your locational phrases, what are they? Located in, yes, okay. Any more? Give me adverbial phrase. Còn mấy cái trạng từ sao mọi người? Như mấy cái mình vừa mới đọc xong đó, trạng từ đó, trạng từ chỉ nơi chốn đó. Mọi người còn dùng những cái trạng từ chỉ nơi chốn nào nữa? Tại vì ở đây trong cái bài tập này nó chỉ sử dụng một cái kiểu trạng từ chỉ nơi chốn duy nhất, đó là south hay là west hay là north của một cái gì đó. Mình còn có rất là nhiều cái mọi người. Còn nữa. Gì? Top right, top left, very good. Yes, đúng rồi, mình còn right left, mình còn top, mình còn là bottom, upper, down, right? Đó. Cái này chỉ là một cách thôi ha, cho nên là các bạn nên ưu tiên đa dạng, càng đa dạng càng tốt. Okay. Alright. Nhưng mà trong một câu thì nên dùng một cách duy nhất, trong cùng một câu thì nên một cách duy nhất để thể hiện được cái, để người đọc họ có thể so sánh. Bạn muốn so sánh, bạn muốn contrast, right? Thì bạn phải dùng chung một cái cách nói thì người ta mới nhận ra được cái sự so sánh đó. Yeah. Okay. Right. Now, main practice. Here it is, guys. This is the map that shows the development of a seaside village between 1995 and the present. There is one thing that is very different about this question with the one that we worked on earlier. Do you know what the difference is? And it is also a very difficult difference. Can you tell? There's something very difficult and different. No significant border, huh? Cũng đúng. Yes, that's kind of true. One more thing. One more thing that is gonna make your job harder. Look carefully, guys. It is different with the model prompt, and it is difficult too. It is where a lot of candidates have problem with. And let me give you a hint. It is something to do with grammar. You know what that is. Different tenses. Yes, this kind of map. Look at the timeline, guys. The timeline is crazy. 1995 and now. How many tenses do you have to use, you know? Can you list the tenses for me? What tense is going to be used for this particular map? Trời, cái gì mà tám tên ở đây mệt quá. No. 3. Give me 3 tenses that we will use. 3 thì là mệt mỏi rồi. chưa cần đến 8 đâu. 3 thì nào mọi người ơi? Để viết cái bài này mình sẽ sử dụng 3 thì. Past là cụ thể past nào? Có nhiều loại past. Present perfect, yes. Past simple, yes. One more. And present simple. Ok. Rồi vậy thì khi nào mình xài nào? Chắc là các bạn biết chứ hả? Thì khi mà các bạn nói về những cái nó đang hiện hữu ngay trước mắt mình, bạn dùng present simple. Khi mà bạn đang muốn nói về cái sự thay đổi, mà cái sự thay đổi thì rõ ràng là nó bắt đầu từ quá khứ và nó kéo dài tới hiện tại, cho nên là mình sẽ dùng present perfect. Còn khi mà mình đang nói về những cái nơi mà chỉ xuất hiện ở trên cái bản đồ của năm 1995 thôi thì sẽ là past, right? It really depends on how you're gonna write it, so be very careful with the tense. Make sure that you double check the tense twice or even triple, okay, times. All right, now guys, let's talk about how you group the information. How would you group this one? How are you gonna divide this into two parts? North, south, or east, west, or what? Share with me your suggestions in the chat, guys. How would you handle this one? North, south, or east, west? Near the sea and far the sea, trời ơi. Near the sea là sao mà far the sea là sao? Cái làng này là cái làng bên cạnh bãi biển mà. Far the sea thì làm sao gọi là cái làng bên cạnh bãi biển đây? The whole place is near the sea. Any other way, guys? Đừng có bí nha mọi người. Không thể nào bí được. Đang nói về chia cái thân bài làm sao Chí ơi? Thân bài 1 viết về cái nào, thân bài 2 viết về cái nào? Thì các bạn nhận định thử là các bạn sẽ chia cái này thành 2 khúc như thế nào? Các bạn sẽ chia theo Bắc Nam hay là các bạn sẽ chia theo Đông Tây? Im lặng quá. Belong say north or south. Thực ra ha, với mình thấy cái bài này á, mọi người chia theo hướng nào cũng ổn chứ, chia nào cũng được, north south cũng được. So you break the map into half like this, right? Okay. So you can say that, I don't know. Yeah, the southern part thì mình chỉ có cái road này thôi. Yeah, cái road này là cái focal point. Yeah, along the seaside hả? Okay, good. And the northern part thì từ cái park trở ngược lên. Okay, good. Rồi, coi như mình thống nhất là Bắc Nam đi ha các bạn, thống nhất Bắc Nam. Thống nhất cái idea là sẽ break cái này lại thành north and south. We're gonna write right now. We don't have much time left, only 10 minutes. So within 10 minutes, let's prioritize the body paragraph. Okay, please write one body paragraph for me. In the real exam, we actually have only 7 minutes for the body paragraph. So you should be able to finish the whole body paragraph in 7 minutes. Now I give you 10, so that is plenty of time, okay? You can pick whatever side that you want to write, north or south, up to you. Okay, let me fix this a little bit. The left side, this is north, and this is gonna be south. All right, I will show the map on my screen, and you guys gonna write on Padlet one body paragraph. And for people who have low writing score, it is highly recommend that you write and stick with the time. Okay, let's start. Friendly reminder, vary the sentence structure for me. Double check the tense. All right, the two focus points that we have for today. Cái gì mà có 2 câu dạ chí? 3 câu lận. Too short. Ủa phải Chí hả? Sorry. Okay. Because I know you you mentioned that you hate English earlier. And what? MOA located in top left of the tab. Okay. Let's note the most. Okay. Uh, I know what you can write about in the last sentence. It's not exactly the last. I think it should be the middle sentence. The fact that the road, one of the road is extended so that they can build more houses, right? So like this road right here. Let me move it here. Okay, because everything else is covered already. You already covered the rest. This is the only part that haven't mentioned. So I guess with the last sentence, you can talk about this part. But it should be moved to the middle because you were talking about the location of houses earlier. So it's gonna make more sense to next talk about the fact that they had to extend the road. Ủa? Don't forget the name. I got one person submitted the introductory sentence and the overview. So, okay. But, oh, ông thêm một câu mà thì cái câu đó giống như là cái câu đối phó cho có mặt vậy đó. Mình phải thêm thắt đồ vô cho nó thành câu phức đồ chứ câu đó đơn giản quá, simple. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Rồi cái phần mở bài và overview của một bạn nào đó mình không thấy tên thì chỉ có một chỗ duy nhất mà mình cảm thấy hơi hơi không ổn, đó là the village make a great deal. Thì cái village nó sẽ không có make cái great deal được, mà phải là mình nên đổi lại một chút là there has been a great deal of changes, và cái thì cũng phải đổi thành thì hiện tại hoàn thành luôn nhé. Yeah. There has been a great deal of changes at that village, tại vì cái village nó không có make cái change được. Okay. All right, so now guys, we're gonna pause here. That is it for today, and I'm gonna see you next week for the rest of for other skills. So for this writing, you have a week. You have a week to finish the writing. Okay, submit anytime. By the way, for those of you who submitted the recording last time, I already put some comments in there. So make sure that you check the Padlet for the comments on your speaking. Okay. All right. I have to run to the other class. So see you guys next week. Bye bye. Enjoy the rest of your weekends. Bye 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 bạn ơi. Bye 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 all. Bye bye.